Hey, soccer coaches, Johnny here. So I just did the handouts of uniforms tonight, and there's probably like 8 or 10 teams. We have 70 teams. There's probably 8 or 10 teams that didn't pick up their uniform. They'll be waiting for you at Parks and Rec. I need to tell you guys a couple things about the uniforms, and I just want you to be able to communicate with everyone what's going on. So I ordered uniforms about, 8 weeks ago, and the company we're going through said they had a 6-day turnaround. And we ordered the uniforms, and immediately things were weird. It's a really interesting company. They do sublimation, so everything is actually kind of melted into the fabric. And the product itself is actually really cool. But anyway, they did a few weird things. They drop shipped straight from vendors, and they told me they were going to pack it for us, but then they just drop shipped it straight to us. And then they didn't drop ship, the supply chains are messed up. I got shorts about 6 days after, but nothing else. And then maybe a week later, I got uniforms, but they had this weird defect where there's these different shade of blue lines that are sort of diagonal along the uniform, where they're supposed to just be nothing, and it's just supposed to look blue like the rest of the uniform. And so I called, and they said they were going to fix it, and they said they were going to send it back out, and that was about 3 weeks ago. And and socks hadn't arrived yet, because that's coming from a different vendor than shorts. And so anyway, all this has gone on, and this vendor has just completely let us down. They told me the corrected uniforms would be here last week. I didn't get them last week, so then I sent them an email Monday morning, like, hey, you got a tracking number for me? These things getting here tomorrow, And they replied back, oh, sorry, we're really behind. We haven't even started making them yet. So I don't really feel like I can depend on this company at all. I was the one today, actually, for 3 hours after I got off work from 4 to 7. I packed every uniform with my family, which is something that we normally don't do. And I have kids, and it took way longer than I thought it would. And I think we did a good job, but there's probably at least a few mistakes out there. So everything that you see in the uniform kit that's in a plastic bag from me, there may be some discrepancies, and I don't have a single extra item, and this company is supposed to pack everything and double check it. That's how these things normally work, but they didn't do that. So I may have made a few mistakes. You might have gotten a set of, I know at the very end, we had a few extra adult smalls and no adult mediums. And so we just used adult smalls. So if you have, problems with the uniform, I just think you got to just kind of work it out and make the best of it. I think we're short 3 things. I think they actually didn't send us 3 jerseys. So I'm going to get on the phone and try to get those to us quickly. But it's just an absolute train wreck, the uniform this year. And so make the best of it as much as you can. The top priority is if there's nothing for a kid, we got to get them something quickly. And we'll pay next day, or we'll do what we got to do to get it here. I had 5 extra pairs of shorts at the end, so maybe we forgot to put a few pieces of shorts in the bag, so I'm going to take those to Parks and Rec, but literally there's 5 extra shorts, and there's 525 kids, so hopefully everybody's pretty much got something for every kid. If you have a kid who quit, bring that uniform, at least bring the shorts and the socks in to Parks and Rec. Everything's going to be at Parks and Rec tomorrow. If you didn't pick up your uniform yet, it'll be at Parks and Rec. And the one good news I have about all this mess, and I've been doing this for a long time, I've never had such a bad situation with the uniform. The one good thing I can say is that this company is apologetic for their failures, and they are refunding $7,000, $6,700. I don't know why they picked that number, but that was all they could offer me in terms of sorry. And so we're going to just throw a big party at the end of the season for these kids somehow, everybody eats free. I don't know, maybe everybody gets something free, but we're going to take that money from the mistakes with the uniforms, and the company's trying to apologize. We're going to take that money, we're going to do something awesome for our kids with it. So that's the one good thing I could say. If you didn't get your uniforms, these are the hoodies as well, and coaches all get hoodies. And then player hoodies, some players have already ordered hoodies. We're working on those. That we should have them in the next week. So that's a big update about uniforms. I am so sorry. I am really frustrated by what a mess it is. Supply chains are messed up. The company claims they had problems with their machinery and with COVID. I don't know if any of that's true, but they've completely let us down. We're going to go a different direction next year for sure. So I apologize for the uniform situation. Your kids may not even notice that there's some weird lines on their jersey. They might think that's just part of the design. I don't think I can get this company to fix it. I really don't. And so we're going to take the $6,700 they offered us, and we're going to throw a party for the kids at the end of the season with it, or do something awesome with it. If you got any great ideas, I'll probably come up with a few ideas and send out a survey for you guys to look at, to vote on. So I would love to let the coaches just decide how we can best make things awesome for the kids. And honestly, the jerseys still kind of look all right. So they would have looked even better, but they're still looking pretty good. So call Parks and Rec tomorrow if you discover something is really messed up. But if it just means a kid is wearing a medium instead of a small, or a small instead of a medium, that's probably going to be the best situation we can do. I've got a bunch of black shorts. So if it comes down to it, we could give some kids some black shorts, but that's not going to match everything else. I've got some blue socks. I got a whole bunch of black shorts and blue socks from a season ago. So I'm sorry. I really feel terrible about the uniform situation, and just try to communicate with the families as best you can. Like, it's just a mess, and we're doing the best we can. I'm so sorry. We will make it awesome at the end of the season with that big chunk of money we have coming back. And so that's just what I wanted you to hear from me. I'm so sorry about the way the uniform situation has gone this year. Thanks for listening to this video, and we'll see you on Saturday.